Check. Hey, there we go. Mic check. Check 1, 2. Mic check.
CatCourse Scheduler helps students create their best possible schedule of classes for a specific term. Students enter every course they are interested in taking along with any breaks they need for work or other commitments, and CatCourse Scheduler provides a list of every possible class schedule available for that specific term. If a class schedule has a persistent conflict, CatCourse identifies the conflict so that a student may choose another course of action. Then, after choosing a schedule, the student may register for classes directly from CatCourse Scheduler. Getting to CatCourse. To get to CatCourse, log into MyInfo by clicking on Students on the top of the montana.edu webpage. Log in with your NetID and password. Select the Student Services tab. From here, click Registration, then CatCourse. Students will be prompted to update their mailing address and confirm their emergency contact information approximately once per term when they first log in. Then, choose the semester for which you want to register. Once a semester is chosen, students will be prompted to accept or decline health insurance. Once a student is fully logged into CatCourse Scheduler, the top third of the page are preset filters to help ensure you get the right set of classes. Campuses. Default to include MSU and Gallatin College, but not dual credit. Generally, this is the best setting for students to ensure you have access to developmental coursework offered through Gallatin College. After your first semester, or when you know you have no more developmental coursework to complete, you may want to adjust the selection to MSU only. Course status. Defaults to include open classes only. In future terms, you may want to include open and full waitlists. Course modality. This allows you to select the different ways in which courses are delivered online, face-to-face, and everything in between. We recommend new students avoid online classes. To get the greatest number of potential schedules, select all modalities. As a rule, stick to the default settings unless there is a specific reason to make an adjustment. Creating breaks. A break is a time that you are unavailable to take classes. If you have a work commitment, childcare, or extracurricular activity that meet at specific times, enter them as a break. For example, let's say I work a part-time job on campus, Tuesdays and Thursdays, from 9 to noon. Adding courses. There are 3 ways to add a course: by subject, via DegreeWorks, or by core course type. Use DegreeWorks if you have a locked and activated plan in DegreeWorks. This will pull in all of the courses you and your advisor have identified in one easy step. If you don't have a locked and activated DegreeWorks plan, you will likely select a class at a time based on the subject. This shows every class offered in the semester. For example, if you and your advisor agree that you should take Sociology 101, then under Course, pick Intro to Sociology 101. Search by Subject tab. Select Sociology subject. Select Course 101. Then select Add Course. This moves the course into your list of courses for the semester in the right-hand column. You can also search by core classes. If your advisor or the course of study in the catalog indicates that you need a specific type of core class, but does not specify that course, then you can use this feature to search all of the core classes within a specific category. For example, if your advisor indicated you need a diversity course, search Core Courses tab. Within core categories, select Diversity. You will then see every subject that has a diversity course offered within it. Select the subject you are most interested in, then select the specific course. Then select Add Course. This moves the course into your list of courses for the semester in the right-hand column. Once you have all the courses you want selected for the semester, select Return to Generate Schedule. Course Info. From here, we can generate our schedules. Before we do that, be sure to review what CatCourse is telling about the selected courses. Looking under the Courses heading, the gear icon entitled Sections will show you a complete list of all sections of the course offered in a specific semester. This can be helpful as it will tell you about the differences between like course sections. For example, some courses are only for Gallatin College students. Some courses have a fee associated with them. Some courses are otherwise restricted to students in a particular degree. You may also discover if a full section has a waitlist and how you may join that waitlist. Going back to the courses listing, You can see clues that may lead you to explore specific sections. Look for a colored box. These can lead you to review a section note or understand if there is a fee associated with the course. The blue eye icon will pull the course description directly from the catalog. This is a great place to check prerequisites. Once you have all of your classes and breaks selected, choose Generate Schedule. This will provide a randomized list of all potential schedules. If no schedule is available, CatCourse Scheduler will show an error and let you know of the conflict or issue that needs to be resolved. With all of your potential schedules listed, most students then select the View mode. Once you select View mode, you will see a list of all the individual sections, and below that list, you will see those sections align in a weekly scheduling grid. From here, you can click the arrows at the top of the screen or the arrows on your keyboard to navigate from one schedule to the next. If you see a schedule you like, you can send to registration cart to initiate the final steps of registration. Or maybe you see one particular section you know you want. You can lock that section, and CatCourse will show you all potential remaining schedules that accommodate that locked section. Once you have the schedule you like, you can send to registration cart to initiate the final steps of registration. When you select Send to Registration Cart, you will see a warning that says, "This will be sent to the registration cart and CatCourse will close." Select Continue. This will bring you to My Info. Each class in your registration cart will show up in list form. All of the courses are automatically selected. Click Register to continue. The first time you attempt to register, you will be prompted to enter your registration PIN. You will get your registration PIN from your advisor during your registration meeting each semester. Enter the PIN to register for classes. Once you select Register and you have submitted your registration PIN, every class will show a confirmation of registration. Web registered on date, or a registration error. If there is an error, it will indicate the nature of the error. Let's take a look at some common errors and how to resolve them. If you see the following errors, take the following actions. Check course prerequisites. To register for this class, you need to have either completed the prerequisite noted in the course description, or the instructor of the course may override the prerequisite restriction and add you through the Faculty Services tab in My Info. But this is only done in very rare circumstances, like if you took the prerequisite at another institution, but that isn't being recognized by the system. In situations like that, you may talk to the instructor and ask them to register you via the form in My Info and override the prerequisite error. Major restriction. The specific section of the class you're trying to register for is held for a specific major only. You can either find a section without a major restriction, check the section notes in CatCourse for specifics, or talk to the instructor to add you to the course through the Faculty Services tab in My Info. College restriction. The specific section of the class you're trying to register for is held for students in a specific college. You can either find a section without a college restriction, again, check the section notes in CatCourse for specifics, or talk to the instructor to add you to the course through the Faculty Services tab in My Info. Campus restriction. The specific section of the class you're trying to register for is held for students in a specific college. For example, Gallatin College only. You can either find a section without a campus restriction, or talk to the instructor to add you to the course through the Faculty Services tab in My Info. Level restriction. The specific section of the class you're trying to register for is held for students of a specific level. For example, juniors only. You can either find a section without a level restriction, or talk to the instructor to add you to the course through the Faculty Services tab in My Info. Consent of department. The specific section of the class you're trying to register for requires departmental approval. Language classes usually assess your level of fluency. You will have to talk to the specific department offering the course to be approved to register. Consent of instructor. The specific section of the class you're trying to register for requires approval from the instructor. You will have to talk to the instructor to add you to the course through the Faculty Services tab in My Info. Co-requisite required. The specific section of the class you're trying to register for requires you to register for an additional class at the same time of registration. Lectures with recitations, like history, or courses with remedial support, like M121 and M001, or RIT 101, and RIT 001. You will know if a class requires you to register for a co-requisite as indicated by the teal co-requisite tag in CatCourse. For example, RIT 101, section 091, has the following note. Students registering for this course must also register for RIT 001, section 091. For inquiries, please go to Hamilton Hall. To successfully register for this course, you must add RIT 101, section 091, and RIT 001, section 091 to your registration cart at the same time. View your schedule. Once you have successfully registered, you can see your schedule by date and time in My Info by navigating to the Student Services tab, Registration, Student Schedule by Date and Time. Be sure to click Next Week until your date range is within the semester you registered for. To modify your schedule. If you need to modify your schedule, you'll want to clear out your CatCourse cart so you don't duplicate your registration. To clear your cart, navigate back to Student Services and click on Registration, then Clear Registration Cart. This clears out the initial registration requests without impacting your registration status. Essentially, it prevents you from submitting duplicate requests into the system. CatCourse will remember what you are registered for so that you can add classes or swap sections without creating time conflicts. Once your cart is cleared, you can start over from the beginning to add classes to your schedule.